When the ridge hums at dusk, child, that's when the old tales wake up. Step quiet, listen deep. A story's walking this way with its lantern lit. Sweet Juniper Ridge, up on Sweet Juniper Ridge, where the mountains lean close enough to hear your secrets, lived a girl named Lila Mae Turner. Small in size, mighty in spirit, with a laugh that could scatter crows clean off a fence rail. She lived with her grandmother, Miss Ora, whose hands were worn smooth from quilting, praying, and holding together the hearts of half the county. One autumn evening, when the sky was the color of peach preserves and the wind smelled of wood smoke, Lila Mae heard a humming, not a bird, not the creek, not the wind slipping through pine needles. No. This hum felt warm, like somebody humming a lullaby meant just for her, and she followed it. Up the ridge she climbed, past the split rail fence, past the blackberry bramble that always snagged her dress, until she reached a clearing she'd never seen before. A circle of soft earth, junipers swaying like they knew her name, and on a mossy stone, woman with silver braids and eyes that held the whole sky. You came, the woman said, like she'd been waiting on her. Lila Mae felt no fear, only that deep, familiar comfort, the kind you feel when somebody calls your name with love in it. The woman reached out, touched Lila Mae's cheek. You carry a bright spirit, she said. But even bright spirits need tending. Her thumb was warm as quilt batting fresh from the fire. Child, she murmured, a spirit is like a lantern. It can shine through the darkest holler, but only if you mind the flame. The junipers rustled, whispering secrets older than any church hymn. There's a hum in these mountains, she said. You followed it here. That hum is the old ones calling you to remember. Remember what? Lila Mae asked. That you come from a line of keepers, folks who listened when the ridge spoke, folks who carried love so deep it echoes long after their footsteps fade. The humming rose, braided voices from different lifetimes singing the same note. When you feel lost, the woman said, come here. When you feel heavy, come here. When your spirit dims, come here. Will you be here? Lila Mae whispered. The woman smiled, slow, tender, knowing. I'm always where the humming is. And then she softened into the ridge itself, dissolving like mist into the junipers. Years passed. Miss Ora grew frail, her breath thin as thread. One winter night as snow dusted the cabin roof, the humming returned, stronger, sweeter, fuller, like hands cupping a candle flame. Miss Ora opened her eyes, soft with knowing. Child, she whispered, they're calling me home. The humming swelled. Not one voice, but many. The ridge, the ancestors, the keeper with silver braids, all rising like a choir stitched from time itself. Miss Ora smiled, peaceful as sunrise. Don't you fear? Love don't leave. It just changes its doorway. And with that, she slipped away, carried on the hum. The cabin fell still, but outside, the junipers bowed in the wind, and the ridge glowed faintly, as if lit from within. Lila Mae stepped onto the porch, tears warm on her cheeks. The humming circled her, wrapped her, lifted her chin. She understood. She was the keeper now. And from that night on, when dusk settled over Sweet Juniper Ridge, folks swore they heard a new voice woven into the humming. Young, steady, bright as a lantern flame. A spirit tending others. A spirit that would never dim. Child, remember, what's tended in love don't fade. It just finds a new way to shine.